Ben Mooney, I've only had him for class for 2 years, but he's been my advisee for a little more than that. But I knew about him 6 years ago because I have a spy down in the middle school. So all of you 8th graders, I know a lot about you now too. Mrs. Piccarello filled me in about Ben Mooney. So I knew a lot about him a long time ago. And she's always using the scoop on all of you, so I know what to expect and how I can handle you best to get the most education out of you as possible. But Ben Mooney is unique. You can read in the program today all about the great accomplishments he has accomplished in this school. Just unbelievable. But you had to really see him in action on a daily basis. So let's give you an example of a typical day in advisee in room 117. You walk in, on the left upper side of the blackboard, or whiteboard I should say, you will find many, many, many facts of the day. I know Mr. Lewis puts a fact of the day in the rover each day, which Ben does slough over sometimes. But Ben's facts of the day are really nice. I mean, it makes people think. You start your day off by saying, what is Ben talking about? Who's that guy? I've never heard of him before. So he starts our day by making us think. Then Ben is holding court with the rest of his academic team. They come to visit him. His third eye in the back of him while he's talking with them is waiting for me to hand him the rover so he can start reading the rover to the class. And of course, Ben's rover readings are legend this year because I guess we have a spy in our homeroom who must have tipped off Mr. Lewis that Ben was like reading his own version of the rover. So many times Mr. Lewis would be peeking in at our room, censoring Ben Mooney. But here's a young man that's absolutely fantastic. I love him. I think he's great. Ben Mooney.
Good morning, everybody. I am, in the most literal sense of the word, a Rennie lifer. I spent on the verge of 15 years at Rennie School, and I have done many things during my tenure here. From the time I learned my multiplication tables in lower school to learning about the history of the world in high school, I knew that I had to remain committed and that I had to work very hard to get to where I am today. A senior who was almost ready to embark on an amazing journey towards college and the world around me. To be succinct, I am much honored that I, alongside other talented members of the senior class, was recognized for my commitment and hard work by being given the accolade of cum laude. I never thought I would be able to attain this goal, but I did, and I know why I'm standing here today. I knew that I had to place plenty of effort in what I did in order to succeed, and I followed through on that notion. I participated in class, I studied, I got involved, and so did these seniors here. I am deeply honored that I was given this accolade because it symbolizes that I fulfilled the expectations of the Rennie School. I am very pleased that Rennie is more than satisfied with my participation and demeanor. However, it also symbolizes the fulfillment of my own personal expectations. This accolade is a representation of accomplishment, which is the one true result of placing dedication upon academic learning, or being fervent in extracurricular activities, or simply being sure of yourself in your efforts. This accolade is an impetus to keep me steadfast in my efforts. Being awarded cum laude, in my eyes, not only means that you have received an award for being generous in the Rennie community and for demonstrating a motivation to succeed on more than just the academic level, but it is also a reminder to maintain that motivation. College will be a new experience, and the academics there will be different than what occurs at Rennie. However, the basic groundwork remains the same. If enough time and effort is invested into academics and whatever else that requests your involvement, then a true sense of fulfillment and accomplishment will appear. That being said, I am very pleased that Rennie has confidence that I will do well in the college environment. I am honored that I was awarded cum laude because it will serve as an inspiration to drive myself further in my academic career and my future, wherever that may be. I thank you all for acknowledging me and these seniors for all the hard work they placed into succeeding at Rennie, and I will look back on the years that I spent at Rennie School knowing that I have done well in everyone's eyes. Thank you.
Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Ben, for your very insightful comments. I'd like to call Mrs. Kate Greenberg, Chapter Secretary and Chair of the Fine Arts Department, and Mrs. Louise Stewart, Chapter Member and Chair of the History Department, to the podium to introduce our faculty inductee for 2000.